Hey guys, a big welcome to this episode of Let's Talk Financial Planning. My name is Mpho, aka the Modern Financial Advisor, and in today's video, I'll be talking about the difference between funeral cover and life cover. Now, before we get into the video, do remember that none of my videos are personal financial advice. If you're looking for personal financial advice, please speak to your financial advisor. If you don't have a financial advisor, contact the relevant financial service provider that you feel comfortable working with. They will allocate a financial planner that will tailor a financial plan that is suited to your personal needs. But none of the videos that I make here are personal financial advice. Right. So I actually couldn't wait to do this video, funeral cover and life cover, because especially for some of us that come from the township, funeral cover is the most important product that everyone needs to have. And I'm not disagreeing with it. Every single person needs to have funeral cover, but it's important to understand the difference between the two. Sometimes when I engage with my clients and ask if they have life cover, they'd be like, "Yeah, I've got life cover with so and so, and in my life cover, I have my mother, my grandmother, my cousin, my uncle, my kids, and all of that." And I'm just like, "Nope, that is not life cover, child. That is funeral cover." So I just want to highlight the key differences between the two products. So I'll start with funeral cover. So with funeral cover, the first thing to point out is that there is no underwriting when it comes to funeral cover. So in simple terms, underwriting means a risk assessment. Basically, that's what underwriting is. So when you take out funeral cover, there's no underwriting. However, there is an age limit as to when one can take out funeral cover. So a lot of the financial institutions have an age limit of 65. So once you hit the age 65 mark, you cannot take out funeral cover. And the second thing with funeral cover is that there are waiting periods when you take out a funeral cover. Whether you're 65, whether you're 25, whether you're 50, there will be a waiting period, and a lot of the financial institutions have a waiting period of about 6 months. So what the waiting period means is that you will be paying your premiums within that 6 months, but you don't have cover. So should you or any of your dependents die within that 6 months, they're not going to pay out your claim, or you're not going to get your funeral cover payout, because you signed the contract and you agreed to the waiting period. So that's just how it is. And unlike life cover, where you can select whichever amount of cover you need, with funeral cover, you are kept to 100,000 if you are the main member. A lot of financial institutions, some will even cap you to below 100,000, and you have extended family members. If you're covering your kids, your spouse, your cousins' kids, and because we always like to add ngwana malome, ngwana mang mang, ngwana mang mang. There is also a limit in terms of cover for your extended or your dependents rather on your funeral cover. Whereas with life cover, firstly, there is underwriting involved when it comes to life cover. So underwriting, like I said, is a risk assessment. The financial service provider needs to assess the risk of insuring your life. So what they look at, they look at your age, if you have any medical conditions, if you have any pre-existing chronic conditions that might affect your cover. They look at your highest qualification, and all that. So you go through a series of medical questions. Other insurance companies would actually require you to do physical medicals, so that we know how healthy you are, if you're not going to die anytime soon. Imagine you take out a a life cover of 20 million, and then 3 months later, you've only paid three premiums to the financial service provider, and then 3 months later, you die, and then they need to pay out 20 million. So it's important for the financial service provider to do a risk analysis or a risk assessment, so that they know if they can take on the risk of insuring your life. And then secondly, with life cover, you can select the cover amount that you need and you require, and your premium for your life cover will be based on your risk assessment and how much cover you actually need. So unlike funeral cover, with funeral cover, when it comes to premium, you have a specific premium for a specific amount of cover. So you can't say with life cover, or the question that I get asked the most with my clients when I do a life cover quote for them, they'd be like, okay, if I want 1 million rand life cover, how much is it? And you'd be like, okay, we need to do a quote, and will be underwriting involved in all that, and your premium will be based on your risk profile. Whereas with funeral cover, I can just simply tell you that for 30,000 rand funeral cover, you're going to be paying a premium of 200 rand, and that's just it. It's standard. It's like that, right? So yeah, that's what funeral life cover is about. And the nice thing about having a life insurance is that you can cede your life cover to the bank in the event that you take out, a home loan or a vehicle loan, or if you take out a business loan, because the bank will need some kind of assurance that they will get their money back. The banks don't care if you die, they don't wipe off your debt if you die. So they just want to get their money back. So if they give you a loan of, say, let's say 2 million rand for your home loan, you need to have a life policy that will cater to that in the event that you pass away or you become disabled or you contract a chronic illness. So those are just the key differences. In the other videos, we will tackle, we'll break down what underwriting is, the T's and C's, why you have waiting periods on a funeral cover, and so forth. So today I just wanted to highlight the key differences between the two, and just to say that the two products are as equally important but are not the same. So you cannot say, oh, I have funeral cover, therefore I don't need life cover, because funeral cover, the term is quite self-explanatory. It's only for funerals. It's cover just for us to have a funeral. And as Africans, we want to slaughter a cow and all of that. So that's why you have funeral cover. And then with life cover, it will help with, if you have dependents, to help your dependents continue living the life that you're providing for them when you were still alive, taking care of your liabilities, um, taking care of your kids' school fees, and so forth. So you cannot say that a funeral cover payout will take care of your kids' school fees, or it will pay off your liabilities, because it is only for a funeral, and that's why there is a cap of 100,000 that you can take out on a funeral cover. Whereas with life cover, you sit with your financial planner and you do a financial needs analysis. So the conversation between you and your financial advisor will be that we look at your liabilities, we look at your living expenses, we look at the schools that you want to take your kids to, how much it will cost for them, to continue their education until they finish their undergrad studies, and all of that, what liabilities you have, and the cover amount will be determined by what you and your financial planner discuss on your financial needs analysis. So I'll just leave it here for now. In the next videos, we'll be tackling more topics related to funeral cover and life cover. So I'll just leave it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram. It's the_modern_fa. Till next time.